is going to lead 193 of 400 laps. The American and checkered flags out at Dover. Earnhardt Jr. wins.
Senior, second to go.
You say Junior get loose coming up fourth with the checkered flag? Wow.
And Wilson's going to victory lane.
I stand right there at the start finish line.
Junior's going to carry the flag around the track.
All right.
Race fans, it doesn't get much better than this. And Earnhardt carrying the American flag around the racetrack after winning.
All 140,000 here today were given an American flag by the Speedway when they came in the gates. They're all waving right along with Dale Jr. now. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s team, one of many donating money from their efforts here today toward the relief effort in New York and Washington, D.C. And we'll hear from him in victory lane when we come back to Dover. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has won the NBNA Cal Ripken Jr. 400.
Race fans, at this time, we ask you please stand and proudly raise your American flags as we honor those lives that were impacted by the tragic events of September 11, 2001. We take a moment today, 20 years later, to salute our first responders across this great nation and thank them and their families for their tireless dedication and sacrifices they make each and every day. Wave your American flags as they head onto the front straightaway.
Have all been won by junior motorsports drivers.
And he's victorious this afternoon. Putting the American flag on top of that car and flying out of the car. Here he is, your race winner, Noah Gragson.
In today's Firecracker 400 race, compelling stories surround two of the best-known names in the history of the sport. Richard Petty will be gunning for an unprecedented 200 stock car victory, and Cale Yarborough, who will try to duplicate his pole-sitting win in February's Daytona 500. And to heighten the drama, Air Force One is flying a special guest into town.
All right, gentlemen, start your engines.
Air Force One carrying President Ronald Reagan as it lands at the airstrip just adjacent to this racetrack, hovering even now over the backstretch as the cars go by. We are building toward a dramatic finish. President Ronald Reagan looking on alongside Bill Graham Jr., whose family built this racetrack.
Looking out here as they sweep up into traffic, a highly dangerous situation.
Coming down the front straight, here they are, Sam. They will come across the yellow line, just about together, but Petty had the lead. As they come down this time, you are going to see a checkered flag for car number 43. Richard Petty has won the 200th race of his incomparable Grand National stock car racing career.
I understand that no one in the whole history of racing has ever done that, or ever won 200 races.
But, you know, 200 is very, very important, but under the circumstances, with all the presidents that's ever been in the United States, this is the first one that's ever showed up at a racetrack. So everybody's got to go from that, from racing standpoint, and I wanted to be the one that was able to welcome him to Grand National racing.
What do you want to say to these fans? They're hearing you right now, Ricky.
Love it! Thank you for coming out here, everybody in NASCAR. Woo! America, 1776. We are the champs.
All right, we'll see you in victory lane, all right?
Thank you.
Brad will pick up the flag, the American flag.
Hold on tight to that thing, yeah. Brad. That wind's really blowing. They've got a little system in there.
Oh, yeah.
He's done this before. He's got a great system where it holds that flag well.
Brad Keselowski taking home the checkered flag is today's Sunoco fueling victory. His last win was 33 races ago at Auto Club Speedway. It's his second victory at Las Vegas and his 8th win on a mile-and-a-half track. For Team Penske, 97 career wins for Roger Penske's organization in NASCAR, their first of 2016.
Mike, I don't think there's a driver down there that works any harder in planning a race. He and
there goes the flag
together.
Team Penske has had a 1-2 finish in the Sprint Cup Series.
They might have been booing him earlier, but they're cheering him now, especially as he picks up that American flag and the checkered flag.
Everybody loves a winner.
Yes, they do.
Brad Keselowski taking home the American flag is today's Sunoco fueling victory.
I love it. He wanted to make sure that flag was flying perfectly.
For Team Penske, it's their 104th career win in NASCAR's top series and their 4th here at Atlanta. And for Ford, who's pretty well dominated this track over the years, it's their 30th Atlanta win, and they are 2 for 2 in 2017.
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. A tradition that Brad Keselowski has done in his Cup career. He will take a victory lap with the American flag. putting on a show for the crowd here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
I know this isn't how you wanted it to come to a close. What was your experience like as a whole?
Well, I was having the best day of my life. Ripping around Daytona like a bald eagle. It's flat out, you know. Avoided a wreck, which was awesome. I thought I was the best driver to ever exist in that moment. And it's probably because my sleeves were cut off that I was able to pull off that maneuver, come down pit road. Then someone slammed into my rear left corner, spun me out, lived through that, got some fresh tires, went back out of there. I'm hot dogging into 1 and 2, and the car lost it in front of me. I saw it, didn't have enough brakes to get slowed down before it, and tried to go around it, misread it, zigged instead of zagged when I should have zagged, and I zigged, and bam, blew the front end right off my hot rod.